Well, hello, Gemini. So, this is your love reading for mid April to mid May. And this is Gemini, collective reading. It may or may not resonate. Um, if not, you may want to check out your rising or moon sign readings as well, or any ones that you like. And we are using lights here today. We're going to take a look at current situation, past and present influences, negative and positive influences, what you don't see, challenge, future influence, and outcome. And two more times, and we'll cut the deck and get started here, Gemini. I also do personal readings. The link is in the description. And here we go. For Gemini, current situation, Ace of Wands, past influence, Queen of Wands, present influence, Page of Cups. Boy, something good's happening here. It looks like negative influence, Page of Swords, positive influence is the Tower. What you don't see is Four of Wands, challenge is Seven of Cups, future influence, Magician, and outcome is Four of Pentacles, and we have Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There is something that you're looking at, because she's looking at her reflection and she's thinking, she's seeing herself as stuck. So I feel like you've kind of felt that way about me. You felt kind of stuck in something, either a situation, a relationship, or stuck single, or you have felt very trapped. Again, this card at the bottom of the deck is a reflection. She is seeing herself that way. And I really focus on that in that card, because sometimes we see ourselves stuck, but we're not really stuck. Because the cool thing is, though, there is something new that's happening either right now or really soon. The Ace of Wands is a very... so whatever is coming in or is here is very passionate, very high energy, a lot of motivation behind it, a lot of energy. So this would be a situation where there's just this big, huge excitement, like just that kind of feeling, like wow, like really cool feeling. That's where you're at right now. I do feel like there was someone in the past, or I do feel like this is someone from the past that's, and the Queen of Wands is this same energy, a lot of motivation, a lot of passion. She gets really excited. She's all about, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's do, let's do, let's do. I feel like that this energy has really given this situation new fire. So whether this is your energy in the past or someone from the past, I feel like this is really some fire. And the reason why it's now starting is because the present influence is this is Page of Cups. And I feel like this is like someone coming in and offering you a romantic thing, whatever, like dates or a relationship, or has said romantic words to you, or has expressed their want to be with you in some way, or another. Love, definitely, because it's Page of Cups. And these are usually messages. The pages I see a lot as messages. So I feel like there is, yeah, definitely this energy is in the present. There's someone here offering you something. And it feels overall good. I mean, with the Ace of Wands as the energy, you've got some quirky cards hanging out later, but we'll see. Like, sometimes when I start reading, they make more sense. But yeah, this feels very good. It does. It feels very good. I think the negative influence is, so I think you're almost like, this is this can be the stalking, right? Like the card that you see when you're someone's stalking you, or you're stalking someone. That's how I feel here. This is the problem, is you're checking them out everywhere. you're like, okay, I want to go see what they're doing here and doing there. So you're on their social media. They're, what are they saying? What are they? You're probably even going as far as to seeing what they're commenting if you can. Um, I mean, you're really kind of looking into what they're doing. And I think this card reminds me of, um, you're on guard, so you want to make sure that, this is something that you really want and that they're being serious. And I'll tell you, because of the future influence, that's why I'm going here a little bit. You want to make sure that they're being serious, that um, they're really who they say they are. The positive influences, there's a shift coming here. Um, and there's something that's going to change completely. And I think it's changing the way you're looking at everything too. Um, I think this negative influence is not serving you right now to do this, because also what that does is we start getting in our heads, and we can see things the way they really aren't. Like, we can make things up. Like, we see something, a comment or a post, and we can take it out of context completely. It's easy to do on social media. We all know it. We've all done it. Because we're not having that conversation. We're seeing comments, we're seeing posts. People post for all different reasons, and sometimes, we everyone's done it too, where we post something out of, just cuz, like, it has nothing to do with anything, or maybe we're just supporting someone else's idea or thoughts. But anyway, so I would be really careful about that if that's what truly is happening there. That also negative influence could be, um, thinking too much too, like being on guard too much, like totally guarding yourself. But what's coming in is a complete and total change here, Gemini. So there is a shift that's your positive, but this is a good thing. So sometimes when the universe says there's just something not, when we don't get a message, and we don't like move forward with something or change something, sometimes the universe comes in and does it for us. And that's what the Tower is usually about. Coming in and going, nope, we're gonna take this away, or we're gonna completely destroy something. And I don't mean destroy in a bad way, but like completely, because the Tower is about destroying the tower. But you know but when lightning strikes, and I do feel this way, a lot of people say this is unexpected, we don't see it. I don't agree. I don't. And I think it's because I've been through so many things where I thought that I didn't see it. And there's some things absolutely I did not see coming, and they came. But to me, when lightning strikes, we kind of know it's going to. It's like a storm starts, and if it's going to be, a big storm, we know it. Doesn't mean we know it a lot in advance. It doesn't mean we know it and we can do anything about it. But sometimes we know it, and then we can react. And I think that's the positive influence here, Gemini. I think it's the reaction. How you react to this change is going to be the positive influence. So what you don't see is there is something that is happening that you're not looking at, that you'll be able to celebrate. There is a success here, that you're not seeing. And I think there's like I'm getting this weird feeling of trust, like that you're not trusting what's happening here. And I think this change is going to help you trust it or find the answers, one of the two. But I do feel like there is something happening that you're not noticing that could make you really happy here, that you could bring you a lot of joy, and celebrations and things like that, like make you feel really good. So I think that's just something to remember that you're not seeing. However, the challenge is choices. So we're making choices here. Are we making choices to stand guard, or to over analyze or overlook at what they're doing? Or what we have choices. We can do what we choose to do. Should we be doing this? Should we not be doing this? Is there something else out there? Sometimes when we have choices, they get in our way. Because the negative part of having a lot of choices or a lot of things out there to do, we don't do anything. That is when it's negative. When we don't make the selection, when we just go, get overwhelmed with our choices, then we don't do anything. And that is the challenge too. Like, you've got to make that choice. You've got to do that. And that's why this card is a challenge right now, because it's telling you that do something. Don't let the universe, well, in this case, the universe is a good thing, but we don't necessarily want the universe making the choices for us. So I think that's the challenge. Your future influence is the Magician. And a lot of times we see this card as having all of the tools. Right now, I'm not seeing the card that way. I kind of seeing it as, is someone playing tricks, or do you think someone's playing tricks? Because again, this is the negative influence. You're watching them awful carefully, because I think this is almost like so good that you're worried that it's not. And so the future is you're even taking a deeper step into this. Like, you're worried that this person is not showing you everything. And it could be. It could be, but you're holding on. Okay, so the outcome is the Four of Pentacles. So you're holding on to the situation, and you're holding on to this relationship, and you're not doing anything, which is probably a good thing, because I almost think there's some overthinking going on here. We have some really good cards, but we have some really confusing cards, and this is one of them. So in the future, you're going to be taking a look really deeply at this. You're going to really dig into, are they showing me everything that I need to see? Or are they leading me into, are they showing me only what they want me to see? A magician. Sleight of hand, that's what a magician does. So, and we have to watch that sometimes with the magician. So I think it's just something to look for. And you will be looking at it, period. It's what's influencing the future. Is you really going, are they real or not? And I think this is more of a decision because of the Seven of Cups that you're looking at, not necessarily that they're being that way. The energies I'm getting up at the top of the reading with the Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, and Page of Cups, those are good energies. They're positive energies overall. However, sometimes when things are so good, we second guess them. And that's normal human nature, right? We just go, this is just too good to be true. Or we do the opposite and we think, it's too good. And then we think it's too good. But you are holding on. So the Four of Pentacles is, you're going to hold on to this. You're going to hold on to it for a while. And I think that's good, because I think what you need to do in the near future is really analyze. Instead of analyzing, are they being truthful? Allow yourself to see it instead of analyze it. Judge them on how they treat you and treat others, of course, but not necessarily what they're doing on social media and stuff. If you totally don't agree with it, then you don't agree with it, and that's fine. And then the decision would be a lot easier. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's just, are you really trying to figure out if they're being honest with you or not? But you are going to hold on, and I keep going back to this. This is how you're seeing yourself, as being stuck. So it's up to you to take those blindfolds off too, and again, the challenge is about making those choices, and that you have a ton of choices, but you're stuck on making them, or you're afraid you're going to make the wrong one. And, and that's always scary, right? But I think this is saying you're taking your time, not that you're holding on like in a bad way, but that you're taking your time with this. And I think that's just what this relationship needs. If you're not comfortable, then you should take your time. Don't jump in, don't jump into the fire from the frying pan, so to speak. Like, don't just jump if you're not in a good place. And this tells me that you're in a place where you need to contemplate this a little bit more. There is some really good cards here, so I would be, forward thinking a little bit and think about how this is going to play out. But overall, you're hanging in there, and that's all you can do right now. Again, keep in mind, these are very current energies. So this isn't 6 months down the line, and relationships don't happen like that. I mean, that's good. Because sometimes when they happen, like, again, you're second guessing it because it's happening so fast. I had a similar reading with Libra too, of things happening fast and then second guessing them. But there you have it, Gemini. I hope you like this reading. Please let me know if you did. Hit the like button or leave me a comment. I really appreciate it all. And thank you, and have a beautiful day.